I'm a very unlikely candidate to stand here and speak about money. But I think the reason I am here is that in last 3 years, the amount I have taken charge of my money and have opened eyes to the fact there are a lot of people there to help you out. Like in newspapers, you have these finance columns. They are reasonably they're written pretty easy to understand if you read it. I would not look in that direction, as if it was some taboo, to read about money, as if I'm lowering my elite self, That is all. People who are not, I've also realized people who really don't know put up all these projections. Some kind of merit to not knowing. My reason to stand here today is basically how my getting to know about money has first relaxed me about money, and second, I think now money is really flowing in. I am addicted to saving money. It's the biggest high. I spend substantially, but I realize that by nature I'm a very frugal person. But even that frugality, I have everything. So everything, I'm actually leading a life of bonus because I'm becoming responsible about my money. My breakthrough came when I went through a separation, divorce. I had to look after every aspect of my life, which I have never done. But now I had no options, nobody to blame, nobody to say take charge of my life. So here was this non-existent money which I had to build up, because financial security really gives you a lot of confidence for us. We are paying for our own money because we are so blissfully unaware that we really need to look after it also. It is ours. It is my life moment spent in earning this money. Earning is nothing but my life. How can I not know about my life? I need to know. I have nobody to blame or hold responsible if I do not know about my life. I go in the morning 9 to 9. I was in advertising. So I used to earn a substantial amount, and I used to feel a pride in saying, I don't understand money, as if it was something to be very boastful about. Or, oh God, money. I don't know about money. I can earn substantial amount, but I don't know about money. I just know how to earn it. Now that I know about money, it's like a blessing in life. There's so much, it's made my life so much smooth. After 2 years, my friend suggested to get myself a planner. With the planner, I identified my financial goals. So I had my financial plans in place. I felt pretty cool about knowing that I have financial goals. And then then I got to know about my investments. I got to learn about debt, equity, various investment options. I got myself health insurance for the first time. I started investing regularly. I keep a substantial amount of my earnings for saving. I also built up certain basic hygiene, like how you have health hygiene, like you wash your hands, you wash your face, brush your teeth. These are basics. So in this basics of money hygiene, I learned something as basic as keeping my monthly budget. I used to know money is going somewhere. Okay, I must attribute this to our mothers and grandmothers. They have been pretty hands-on about money matters. They have kept track of how much rice is required, how much this is required, and in that rice they have kept aside some rice for future requirement. We have been not included in all that. We knew somebody is taking charge of it. It will be done. That habit, that lack of taking responsibility makes us weak and handicapped, makes us scared. There's no need to lead a fearful life, least of all for money that you are earning. So after investing in debt and equity, paying my taxes on time, I get a buzz out of paying tax on time. It might sound weird, but I get a thrill out of paying my taxes on time, saving every penny from that tax. So in that example, I learned about PPF. Earlier, first year, I used to put money at the end of the month. Now my planner told me, why don't you put it in the first month? You'll get interest on the money that you're putting. It's such a simple thing to understand. So now it's become my first priority to put money in my PPF. That anyways I'll have to do. Why not earn on that? So what I'm trying to learn is how to make my money work for me. So I pay my taxes on time, I do my investments. I have started, earlier people would have conversations on money. I'll be the first person to mentally block and be there just as a face value. Now my ears I might not be able to contribute to that conversation, but I am all ears. And even if there is one word which I know about money, I say, yes, I can understand what you're talking about. So money suddenly has become a joyful learning. And it's not coming from a space of greed or insecurity. It's coming from a space of a promise. Money holds a lot of value and promise. I was very reluctant to get myself a credit card because everybody around me were complaining about the interest they have to pay on the credit card. I didn't realize people who are irresponsible towards paying that money that they are using the card for end up paying interest. And me, with my paranoid nature, the minute I make a purchase something, I go back and immediately, and there's something brilliant called net banking. My God, I don't have to see the face of my bank. Because of my prompt payment, I get so many reward points. Okay, I can use it for my airline. I get so many discounts. And I had actually picked up gifts which they have on the website. HDFC gives you some kind of reward points. I picked up those gifts for kids from my reward points. So it's like my money really stretching. Money anyways I'll give. I buy my grocery, my airline tickets, you name it, and I use my card. The reason I use it confidently because I'm absolutely prompt about paying it off. We have so many facilities available for us. If only we bother to one time, only once, try it out. Our life, at this point of our life, I think India is rocking. For women, there could be no better time. I think what MoneyQuin is doing is maybe a pioneer thing. Maybe you won't have hall full of people dying to know about it. But I think pioneer things generally start with that. Some people saying, is there a room to change? Is there a room to create more value for my own life? We create value for everybody's life. The first person we ignore is ourselves. The reason I'm talking about MoneyQuin, for me reading those 5-6 stories also gave me a perspective that kids need to be involved. If they are familiar from 8 years old, from their childhood, they will not have to go through this phobia all of us are going through. Idea is to live fearlessly for something you have earned. And my daughter, at her age, is very confident. MoneyQuin, for example, I think is a phenomenal task. So what if it's something new? I went through MoneyQuin and the stories of the kids over there. And my daughter, she fixes up the best breakfast. She's hardly 8 years old. And I used to lap it up without any kind of acknowledgement, just saying, very good, you're phenomenal. So my friend Shruti here said, why don't you make her earn money on that? So now we started a game that every time she fixes up a breakfast, I'll sanction her some money. And because of MoneyQuin, I was reading, I said, why not open an account for her?